It's Fridays with Frank. See you shortly. Now, Rob, you really can't tell. Why did that not switch? There we go. Hi! Howdy. Hello. Rob, you really can't tell me I have low audio. Really? I haven't changed anything since last night. That's absolutely hilarious. Can I get a 5-9 in chat? Five nines in chat if I actually sound good. It is. What do you? Oh boy. Okay. Da, 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 da. All right. So the virtual meter does not match the Behringer meter anymore. Then Hollywood. I I could only add 5.5 dB there because I was only at minus 5.5. But here, I'll turn the microphone. There. That's better. Frank's in a box. Of course I'm in a box, John. I'm always in a box now. Howdy, everybody. Let's see. Must be on the other side of that. Really? What? Okay. Okay. You asked for it. It's right here. It's always been right here. It's literally, I have it right, right there. Right there. My hand is sitting on top of it. uh, no hum here even before. Wait, there's a hum? Okay. I'll just have to team replay my own live stream. That's all I'll have to do. I love it. YouTube says I'm live, but I'm not live. That I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Well, anyway, welcome everybody. I don't know why the intro didn't fade over to this scene right away. We'll see what happens for next time. I'll have to look into that. Let me go over here. Oh yeah. So I got I don't know if Techno Sean is in the chat. Sean, I got Nightbot to behave itself. And yes, thank you everybody for checking out EOD Kaboom. I don't see Paul in here. Bougie Paul is yet to show up in chat, but Paul, thank you for dropping that in a handful of Discords. I also shared it to Twitter and other social media, Tim, so hopefully you'll get some team replay action going on there. As far as forwarding live streams go, unfortunately, you won't be able to do that till you hit that 1K mark. That's where that happens. Is the 1K mark is when you can auto redirect to me or whoever, whatever day you land on, etc. But with that, there's my links. Makes it nice and easy, or you can scan that QR code right there. That's what that is. If anybody ever wondered. That's what that is. It is my Q and there we go. Thank you. It is my Q and AMA. Which chat do I have? Okay, I have the right chat up. So if you type in question or put a question mark ahead of your question over here in chat, it will pop up as such, and I'll be able to see that right away, and it'll highlight it for me. So there you go. And just a heads up, tonight at midnight, right, apparently, I have it on good word, right as the clock strikes midnight, Vern 6 is dropping a new video. So, if you haven't yet, go check out What's Up with 6. Vern and Miss Renee. it's mostly Vern's channel, but you know, Miss Renee's on there too. So go check out the channel, hit that subscribe button, and if you haven't yet, and go have fun. But it is Fridays with Frank, so it is a Q&A. Before we get going, oh jeez, I just realized I don't even have this. I don't even have my notes open. I was so enthralled with Tim's live stream, I, I didn't even get my notes open. So, which, let's see, are we on? Mark, you're gonna have to remind me on this one. Are we on railroad segment this week or ham segment? I don't remember. I think it's railroad this week. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's railroad. Let's see. Where's my week 3? Week 3. Sounds good to you. What sounds good to you, Mark? Okay, well, we're you think it's ham radio this week? You know, I almost have to fact check myself by going to my own live stream from last week. Can you believe that, chat? I'm gonna have to fact check myself. Fact, FACT, not FAT. But let's see, is this gonna share the right? Nope, that's not the right one. Let's see, is that the right one? No, it's just not gonna. It's not gonna share anything else. So I'll just come back over here. All right, let me. Oh, is it Ham Week Hollywood? Okay, so with that, I'm. My memory is just. What I should do is I should put it in the description afterwards so that I know which one is which. So let me just let me hit the pause button there, and we're gonna come back to. I hit pause. Why? Thank you. There we go. Okay, let me just mute this. Okay, last week was ham, so this week is railroad. Just pick one. Yes, railroad it is. All right, so let me drag the railroad back over here. And railroad segment 1. Your railroad term of the day. Defect detector. I bet you no one knows what that is. And if you do, you're a rail fan, you know a little bit about a railroad, or you're a railroader. A defect detector, and I'm gonna get down into the weeds a little bit here. A defect detector is an automated system along the tracks that scans passing trains for mechanical problems. Hot boxes, broken air hoses that haven't broken the air system completely yet, a whole slew of things. Not quite, Brian. Those are rail detectors. Defect detectors find out what's wrong in the train as it goes over it. And I think I have a photo I can bring up of one. And you've probably heard them on your scanner if you listen to any of the railroad channels. It'll be, and I'm going to use one that's local to me here. So, you know, it may vary a little bit, but UP detector, milepost 7, 8.7, track 1. And then 5 to 30 seconds later, or depending upon the length of the train, 2 minutes later, UP detector, milepost 7, 8.7, track 1. No defects, no defects. Total axle 422. Train speed 46 mph. Ambient temperature 79 degrees. Detector out. That's basically what a detector would read back. And if there was an issue, it will tell you. It's mostly for us, but it goes out over the radio air. It tells us where there might be an issue. So say a wheel bearing is too hot, as Hollywood said, wheel bearing heat. Yeah, absolutely. it might tell you where a wheel bearing is too hot. So that exit message, which is the one that comes back after we clear it. So the entry message, the first part that I said, is what comes on as we first go over it. As the head-end crew goes over the detector, that's what comes on. And then once the circuit, see, here's the fun part. This is all AC-powered circuitry stuff. That's the fun part of this. And Mike, I'll get to that in a minute. Don't worry. I'll get to that when we're done with the railroad segments here. When train wheels, it's not the weight of the train, it's when an axle set shorts out rail A and B, when the two rails become electrically connected by us going over the circuit, that is when something will happen. So it's literally a short circuit. So when it sees that short circuit of, oh, there's a train here, let me do the intro message, UP detector, milepost 78.7, track 1. It goes, all right, I need to start counting and doing all this stuff and checking for things and whatnot. And then when the circuit is broken, when the last wheel set goes over it, then the computer goes, because it's all computer-based. It's always been computer-based. Then it goes, oh, yeah, time to read out what I counted, how I counted, and where any errors are, and let the crew know. And so once that last wheel set clears the circuit and clears that short, it then goes UP detector, milepost 78.7, track 1, no defects, or defect, right axle, right side of train, axle 400, or whatever it may be. And that's how we can tell what's going on. Hey, there's a Chuck in the chat. Hey, howdy, Chuck. Good to see you in there. So you probably heard them on the radio, if you listen to stuff. As I said, axle count, speed, whether any defects were detected, and some of them spit out the weather too. They check for issues like overheated bearings, dragging equipment, wheel problems. They don't replace us as a crew. They're just an added layer of safety. Now, this is where things get tricky. And let me see if I have the right image here that I want. And I should have it, but I'm just going to do a quick Google search. Wow, we actually have gone over my allotted thing. Well, that's okay. So, let me do this. No, I don't want that. I want an actual image, please. I don't want Wikipedia. Jeez. Okay, yeah, I guess this will work. Let me scroll down and try. There's the image. Open image. Zoom in. And then I need to come over here and tell it to do, hopefully, the proper monitor. I swear I had this all set up. No, that's not the proper monitor. That's not the proper monitor. That's not it. So it has to be that one. Of course. If only OBS would name this stuff. So this is a rather bright one, but this is what a defect detector would look like. It's sitting in between the tracks. If I go back to Google Images here, this is another version of it. So this stuff between the rails right here that my mouse is hovering over, if something hits that, it will tell us, hey, there's a broken air hose or low-hanging equipment or something like that. This is a newer, and of course it's going to load the article, and let me just go open. Why did it download the image? I want to open image and, okay, anyway. So this here is a newer version of a defect detector, and this is what the Norfolk Southern has put together for stuff after the East Palestine, Ohio accident, because between, let me come back over here, between point A and point B, something happened with the train, and the defect detectors on either side didn't catch it, and that's what happened with the East Palestine uh, derailment. I'll just be honest there. That's what that happened with. So if a defect detector reports a problem, guess who gets to go out and inspect it? Walk the whole train down one side to the end of the train and then back up the other side. Yours truly. So, when you hear no defects, that's a good day for the crew. at least at that point in time. So, let's see here. Collins in chat. Coffee Arabica. Wheels on fire rolling down the road. Yeah, we don't want the wheels on fire. Not at all. Hollywood, I will get to that shortly here, right? I will answer those questions. I'll get to here shortly. I want to get through these railroad segments. Segment 2 is the railroad myth of the week. Longer trains are automatically more dangerous. Yes, but length by itself doesn't equal danger. Longer trains are operated, generally speaking, under the same federal regulations, inspections, well, not so much the inspections, but the federal regulations and safety systems as shorter trains. It doesn't really matter the size. Hey, Patrick, good to see you in chat. Fewer trains moving the same amount of freight can sometimes mean fewer total train movements on a corridor. So, 20 years ago, we had, 36 trains in a 24-hour period, and now we only have 8. It's because they've made the trains longer. The real safety factors, and this one's a little bit of a touchy subject here, so I will step around it the best I can. The real safety factors are maintenance, training, infrastructure, and proper handling, not just the length of the train. So when you have a derailment or whatnot with a local train, or any train, that's usually a sign of bad maintenance or infrastructure having gone wrong for whatever reason. The railhead decided to get out of gauge, and the first half of the train got over it okay, but the second half, well, there's that one train car that just went a little too wibble wobbly and went boop, time for a nap. That's how it is. Longer trains can create logistical challenges, but longer equals unsafe just isn't that simple or true. It's more about how they're managed and how long they are. Now, I will say this, as a railroader and a rail fan, shorter trains, absolutely. We should not be having 10, well, at this point, 13, 14,000 foot trains or longer than that. And they've been pushing those a little bit. I think we should max out about 9,000 feet. Not just for me, but for general safety. That is Frank's side of things for that. So, the next one. Why your train was delayed. Mechanical inspections. The biggest reason for a delay, especially on Amtrak, and I haven't seen LC in the chat, and he was asking some good questions on Discord today, but one common reason for delays is mechanical inspection. At the terminus point of every, I'm going to use Amtrak here as an example. The California Zephyr goes from Emeryville, California to Chicago, Illinois. Okay? It goes over the Sierras, out the plains, over the Rockies, blah, 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 out to Chicago, right? Well, at Emeryville and at Chicago, that train is to go over a full inspection, mechanical inspection. If something is found wrong, then they either have to fix it, swap out that car, take that car out of the consist, which then means less passengers can be on the train, etc., etc. So, and that taking a car out or getting it into the shop to get repaired and then back into that train set takes, unfortunately, due to rules are written in blood, right? Uh, because of that, that can take 8 or 10 hours, and if that train set's supposed to go back out after 6 hours and they can't have it ready for 10 hours, well, you're already 4 hours delayed out the gate there. So that is one very common reason for delay. As we are talking about in part one, if a defect detector flags something, or if the crew notices something unusual, we'll have to stop and inspect the equipment. If it gets bad enough, and this has happened with Amtrak a handful of times, the car, everybody gets pushed out of that car. Let's say it's a sleeper car. Everybody gets pushed out of that sleeper car into all the other cars. They literally break the train up, and they take that one car and put it in a siding or a spur track or something like that, and then put the train back together. That can take upwards of 4 hours for safety reasons. Um, so that could happen mid route too. That can mean walking part of the train, checking the wheels or brakes and connections, etc., etc. And especially with freight trains, if we break down en route between point A and point B, we're over a mile long. I came home Wednesday night into Thursday. I came home on a 11K 11K4 train. So just over, just over what, 2.5 miles? Yeah. Thankfully, I did not have to walk it. But, if I had to, that track that we were on would have been stopped for hours while I walked the train and made sure no inspections happened. Because, or not made sure make sure everything was good with my inspection. Because we have to use our big flashlight and look at every part of the train as we go along. From the outside, it just looks like the train stopped randomly. That's not necessarily true. There's a lot of things behind it going on for that. In reality, it's usually a safety check, and safety generally always wins over a schedule, but at the same time, you gotta keep the stockholders happy. So, that's why your train was delayed. And let's see. Calling our longest trains are the iron ore trains in Western AU, 4.5 miles in length. Yeah, we're getting up there for sure, absolutely. And they're not fun, especially in the summer heat. Now, the last railroad segment of the week, your safety minute. Crossing gates are not suggestions. You see the gates come down, you see the blinky lights, you need to stop. Even if the gates aren't down yet, if you see those blinky lights starting up, you stop. I don't care how many people you upset behind you. Safety first, folks. That's going to be the biggest takeaway here. But crossing gates and flashing lights are not suggestions. If the lights are flashing, a train is close enough that you should not cross. Now, remember earlier in part one how I was talking about the train wheel axles will complete the circuit, and then once the end of the train exits that circuit, it automatically detects that? Same exact thing goes for crossings. As soon as our first axle enters that advanced circuit, it tells the gates and lights, hey, we need to start doing our thing. And then once we get into the net circuit, if those gates and lights aren't down and things are clear, we now get a warning in the cab if we're PTC equipped. So, don't cross the tracks. If the lights are, as I said, if lights are flashing, train is close enough, you should not cross. Trains can approach faster than they look, especially on the straightaways. For those that are familiar with California, between West Sacramento and Davis, California, and then again between the American River Bridge crossing east of the Sacramento Depot all the way up to Roseville. It is line of sight for like 7 or 8 miles. I can look down those rails and I can just see forever. So Amtrak at 79 miles an hour is gonna be there faster than you think. And here's something a lot of people don't seem to realize. Sometimes, especially in 2 or 3 track territory, there's a train coming the other way and we're gonna meet. You know that old cartoon where the car's sitting at the crossing. It's literally an old like early car day cartoon where the guy's sitting in his Ford Model T and he's sitting there at the crossing going, "Oh great!" He sees the caboose coming and goes, "Oh great! I thought this train would never end." Meanwhile, on the other track, there's a steam engine coming the other way. Sometimes there's a second, even third or fourth train coming from the opposite direction. Or, if one's going east, say it's a 4-track section, one's going east closest to you and they activated the circuit first, well, they get first priority. But if one of those other 3 tracks, or if all of the other 3 tracks get activated, that circuit's going to stay occupied until they're all clear, going all the ways. So you could have one eastbound and it hits the circuit first. You could have another eastbound on another track that hits the circuit second, and then 2 westbounds. Well, that circuit's not going to clear until all 4 of those trains are gone. That's one of the most common accident scenarios, though, is people don't realize, oh, hey, there could be a second or third train. So if the gates are down, just wait it out. A few more minutes isn't worth your life. Now, 2 things, actually, that I will not insist on, but, take it as a lesson learned. There have been times, like in Chicago, where Metra, that's their Amtrak type local service happens. There are times, especially in the snowy winters, where the circuit malfunctions and the gates and lights won't activate until the very last second. I'm sure you all have seen the video of the cop car responding to something, and he's right here on the crossing and the train is right here, and he just makes a hard left to avoid colliding with it. That's also a possibility. And this is what I'm going to say to you for your safety minute. When you approach every grade crossing, and Brian's going to love this one with me, hazmats and buses by default have to stop and look both ways at a grade crossing to make sure they physically do not see any train coming from either direction. I want you, as a daily driver, if you have to cross tracks, unless you see an exempt placard, and I'll bring this up here in a second, unless you see an exempt placard, consider it an active crossing. Stop shy of the crossing gates. There should be 2 white lines, 1 or 2 white lines, like stop lines on the asphalt. Stop before those. Look both ways real quick. No train? Okay, cool. Keep going. Now, this is 2 ways that this can happen here. Let me make sure I switch over to the right monitor. I should, because it's the same monitor I just used. This is 2 ways to tell if the crossing is not rail active. If you see the exempt sign under the crossbucks and the crossing sign, then it's more than likely not a active crossing. I would still stop just for safety. But if you see that, just keep, you know, be situationally aware. But I would stop at every crossing. That is just my 2 cents. Now, okay, why did that mute? I'll bring this over here. So for those that aren't aware or maybe new here, I am live in my Discord if for audio. Just like Josh's stuff, set a PTT button, go here into livestream-chat. That's the audio portion. So if you wish to ask any questions live and get your audio out over the air, that's how you do it. All right. Let's see here. Hollywood. Is there a map we peons? Okay, you're not peons, for starters. So, general public map, for Amtrak, yes. And I will actually bring that up here. Amtrak, why is that? Oh, because I typed it in wrong. That's why. Amtrak has a map, and it's a nationwide map, so you can see where the Amtrak trains are. So if I were to come up here to the northeast corridor, we can see train 97 and 186. 97 is the Silver Meteor to Miami. It's running, last update was 2 minutes ago. It's running, let me clear the comment out so you guys can see this better and zoom in a little. Nope, wrong window to zoom in, Frank. Yeah, like first time live streaming or something. You can see here that there's 130 active trains on the map. 85 are on time, 16 are late, 26 are very late, and 3 are extremely late. Now, they also have this for Via. Jody, are you in chat? I call it Via. Up in Canada. But we'll just focus here on the Washington, D.C. area for a minute. So, Train 97, which is the Silver Meteor, as I was saying, is running at 29.2 miles per hour at the last update 3 minutes ago, running 57 minutes late at D.C. Train 186, however, which is a Northeast Regional to Philadelphia, is currently stopped, and it arrived 13 minutes late into Washington, D.C. Now, if I were to go up here to 2168, which is the Acela to Boston, it is running very, very late. It's doing 88.7 miles an hour, but it's an hour and a half late at New Haven. So, yeah. And this is U.S. and Canada. So, of course, because I'm zoomed in so far, it will only unzoom so far. But you also got U.S. and then Canada. So if I come out here, where is it? There it is. Train number 6. This is that California Zephyr that I was talking about earlier. It's, as of 9 minutes ago, doing 79.7 miles an hour. It was on time at Reno, and its next stop is Winnemucca, Nevada, which will be at 6:26 p.m. So another 50 or so minutes. And so far, it's estimated on time up until Salt Lake, where it then loses a minute or so between Provo and Grand Junction. And it is estimated 48 minutes early into Chicago tomorrow afternoon. And I will drop this link for you. But that's the link you can use to see where Amtrak and Via are. Via. I call it Via. Actually, Brian, you're in chat. Is it Via or Via? What? Tomato, tomato. Which one is it? So there you go, Hollywood. I hope that helps. Let's see here. Giant railroad tie fire in your town, Patrick. Yeah, railroad ties like to catch on fire. It's all that creosote in them. Let's see here. They have plenty of ads for the pedestrian crossings in Australia, as some people are still dumb and cross tracks. Absolutely, Con. People are going to be people, no matter what. So, who's at Hamcation, Rob? Right? Which one of the 30 people that I've talked about is at Hamcation? they're all there. Yes, Mark. Yes, I do. I've been through plenty of states, and California drivers are by far the worst ones. Absolutely. Jason, I don't disagree with you from a safety and my mental health standpoint, but at the same time, do you realize how expensive that would be? Because that's not going to fall on the local city, county, or state. That's going to fall on the railroad to replace all those grade level crossings to something else. You know, the state, city, whatever, might chip in like 2% of the funds. But that is mostly up to the railroad, and you have two big things fighting that. One, EPA and the Enviro people that go, oh, we must protect X, Y, and Z, and you got to do all these studies first before doing this. That's number one. Number two, that would cut into all those awesome profits that the stockholders get, that us company employees, we don't make a profit for the company, all that stuff. So, you know, yeah, I agree. Grade level crossing should definitely no longer be a thing, but unfortunately they're going to be for the longest time. That's there. Here's a freight train in your state calling. Let's see. The fact that so Colin, that's funny. That video is 4 minutes and 29 seconds long, which is hilarious because I don't think Australia has quite the same insider railroad jokes as the U.S. does. 429 is an insider railroad joke. I can't give it away, but it's if you know, you know. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this to 2x and hit play. While I do that, Trevor asks, he's interested in talking to the ISS with voice. Any tips? Great question. Trevor, I am not the person. Here, let me make myself a little bigger here. Trevor, I am not the person to talk to. The person you want to talk to about that is Digital Rancher, aka Rob. I will drop his link for you here. But he is the satellite ISS. You want questions answered about that sort of stuff. He has those answers. He is the guy to go to. So if you don't have, let me, where am I? Here we are. Yes, you can hear my fancy keyboard being tapped away there. So, oh wow, that was only one train. That was quick. So, Trevor, I just dropped a link. It showed up over in Discord as well. But click that link. Digital Rancher is the guy to talk about that with. And I will also put a shout out to... If I see these, I have to manually type out because I don't have them set in my thing yet. EOD Kaboom, Tim. Uh, he has a great new channel, and he's going to be talking about the birds a lot as well. And he literally just had a live stream right before me, so go check him out as well. And look at that, he's still in chat. Yeah, go check out Tim. Wow, yeah. See, Colin, we love our double stacks here with the container train, so that would be stacked double high. Absolutely. All right, let's see here. Via. Okay. So not via, but via. Okay. Like I'm going to Chicago via Seattle. Yeah? Like that? Like that, Brian? Hollywood used to ride the Mattapan high-speed trolley, more shaking and thrills than most old wood roller coasters. Oh, I bet it was. At, what, maybe 10 miles an hour? So, there you go. So, we got the railroad segment done out of the way. I know, a few of you came over here from, Tim's live stream. I want to thank you all for coming over from that. It seems like a lot of new people were checking out Tim. Where's my foot pedal? There's my foot pedal. I like to rest my foot on my foot pedal and try not to key up the VHF radio at the same time. It's a nice place to just low enough to tap my foot when I want to. But this is a Q&A AMA. If you got questions about the railroad and of course ham radio, because this is technically a ham radio channel, but I have little diverging, no pun intended, diverging on the railroad subjects. Ham radio, railroad, photography, anything about me. Now granted, I do have the right of refusal. I can go, great question, but not going to answer it type thing. I'm here to answer anything or here to hang out. As far as I know, Tim, maybe you can correct me if you've seen something else. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, wait. Hold on. There is a message finally. Okay. So, Rob doesn't think he's going to stream, but he may jump on here and say hey. So, I get to go long tonight, folks. You get Fridays with Frank mixed into later than normal. Okay, so it's context related. So it's via, not via. Okay. Brian, I'm gonna have to get you or Jody. Actually, no. I'll talk to Jody a week from Saturday during the after chat and get him with his Saskatoon accent to say it. We'll see what that says. Applause light is on. Well, I don't know if the applause light's on, Hollywood, but let me see if I can reach this over here. Can I reach this? Can I bring it far enough over? Oh, well, it's going to be upside down. Nope, hold on. I can do this another way. I just need to grab 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. And then I can hold it and be upright. And yes, it is. Let's see. That's off. That's on. Actually, what I can do is I will. This is going to be fun. Oh. On. Off. On. Off. And then put the studio lights back up. So what I do, Hollywood, is I have this, and it sits on the back side of the Studio Shack desk. And yeah, I'm left-handed, and that rubs against the desk. I know. I have that set facing the door into the Shack studio, so that if anyone comes in, they know, hey, never mind, I have lights and, this thing that looks like blue sky, or cloudy blue sky there and whatnot. Uh, but yeah, I have that just as a reminder for them. It's fun. And I actually got that because I saw it in one of Hayden, VK7HH's live streams. He has it in his background, just for fun. And so, yeah, I saw that and I went, oh, that's fun. So here you go, Hollywood. There's the Amazon link. There we go. There's the Amazon link for it. 429 OTS. No, not OTS, Colin. Not OTS. Hey, John. Good to see you in here. So, there we go. Let's respond to Rob there. Let's see. All right. Oh, your frame is white? Oh, very cool, Paul. Yeah, I have that one because it was the first one I saw, and it looked exactly like Hayden's, and I'm like, yes, absolutely. They're going fully. What's fully encrypted? Aren't they already fully encrypted, Colin? I mean, it is the interwebs. You would think they were fully encrypted already. What I have found with so for those that don't know the latest news about Discord, starting what is it, March 10th? Everybody is going to be a teenage account unless Discord's AI bot considers your average age of Discord use old enough to be an adult, or you provide a valid ID. And they've already been compromised once or twice already. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But how are they going to go fully encrypted? That's my question, Colin. Let's see here. When you were a mobile DJ, high school dances, you had a giant traffic light. Had to be from the railroad, and you used it as part of the light show. Part of the railroad. Knowing where you're at, Hollywood. Let me, because we already know. Was it one of those old New York Central lights, or was it a Pincy light? I'll give me a second, and I'll have. Let's see. Here we go. Was it like this one way over at the far right? Oh, it's there. Yeah, this one that my mouse is hovering over. Was it like that one, or was it one of these other ones? Because these lights that I'm hovering over right now, this one here, these are, well, newer is a relative term. These have been phased out in a lot of places. These are called G-signal tri-lights. This one, these are all G-signals. This is a dwarf signal. This is a non-hooded Vader signal, and I'll explain that one in a second. So this is a non-hooded Vader signal, or a stoplight type signal that the railroad uses, except the red is on bottom. So, railroad fact. Red is generally always going to be on the bottom, green's going to be on top. Or in the case of... Oh, where did they go? Of course, I'm going to have to re-click on this. In the case of the G signals, this one, green is your top right, and red is your bottom. And then yellow is the top. Green is top left, yellow's top right, red is bottom. I promise you I know my directions. So this, I'll do, yeah, okay, sort of better. Actually, hold on. As I clicked that one, I saw a better one. But I'm going to lose it, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to lose it. Of course I lose it. So let me see. If I click on this one again, will it take me to... Maybe? Nope. Darn it. It was right across from this one. It's gone now. Alright, so this is close enough. Let me open this. Is it going to give a close-up signal? No. Okay, let me open image in new tab. So these signals that are turned, the heads are turned to the side here. They're all facing to the right side of the photo. Those are called Vader signals because it looks like a Vader hood over the face of them. Okay, so they were like the okay. Go away. I don't... Have Frank show you that he doesn't have ad blocker without telling you. So they were more like that one, Hollywood. So there you go. Yep, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. Those are very popular for stoplight signal collectors, railroad signal collectors, and a handful of more people. So I am not surprised by that at all. So Discord will require end-to-end encryption starting on March 1st. I'm going to have to look into that, Colin. I did not realize that they were going to try and screw everybody all at once. That is quite interesting. The other social media that has done end-to-end encryption has been an absolute dread as of late. That's all I'm going to say about it. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, everything's dropping properly. Yeah, as the Autobot just said, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the show. So I have noticed, and Mark, are you Boondock Echo, are you still in here? My overnight live streams of just running radio stuff. So, let's see. This screen switching with this screen have been quite the interesting viewership going on. Oh, eating dinner. Okay, very cool. What are you having for dinner, Mark? I just wanted, because you and I have been talking about it, I wanted you to back me up on this one. I've been getting some pretty interesting viewership numbers on those Let's Listen Live overnight live streams. Has anyone in chat watched, besides John? John has been awesome and has been there for chat control for a bit over the evening. But has anyone else watched any of those Let's Listen to 2 Meter Live where I have the radios running overnight? Well, Colin, it's the middle of the day for you and Tim, but... Hawaiian pizza? Hawaiian... Hold on, where did I put that button this time? Where did I put that button? No. Here we go. Hopefully that was loud enough for y'all. Tell me if the sound effect was loud enough. If it wasn't, let me know and I can fix it. But no, pineapple on pizza. Put them up, Mark. Put them up. Poo poo. Poo poo. That's all I gotta say. Nope, no Hawaiian pizza. No, forget it. All right, Colin, I'm gonna have to read into this. Oh, so end-to-end encryption for audio and video. Oh, that's even more. So in direct messages, group messages, voice channels, and go live streams on Discord. Well, I don't go live on Discord. I just join my voice chat and then pipe that audio into the stream like what Josh does. So I don't know if that's gonna do anything as far as that goes. But that is definitely quite interesting. Let's see. There we go. Good to know. Pineapple on pizza? No. Hollywood, you already know the answer to that. Absolutely not. No anchovies. Nope. You can keep all the anchovies you want. I'll give you the anchovies. Oh boy. Okay, let's fix that and then go into there. There we go. Yeah, no, y'all can keep the anchovies. Yeah, no. So back to my Let's Listen Live stuff. Who here in the chat, and I'm even going to do it this way. I'm going to start a poll. So over, see, YouTube chat's over there for me, but it's over here for you. I just started a poll. Have you seen my Let's Listen Live streams? And what do you think about them? I want the honest feedback of what y'all think about it, because I'm going to bring up some very interesting stats here in just a second. And, not a lot of people do this, but, I'm willing to share. I'm willing to share and show people and, make things work. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let me go down to the bottom of the list. Oh, yeah, I guess I should plus that up a little bit, huh? Yeah. Yeah, let me plus that up just a teeny bit here. Oh, but then it gets rid of what I want to show you. So, come down to the bottom. So my very first stream was back on the 15th of January. I got two... Oh, my logo is blocking that. Where's my logo? Where is Frank logo? Where's Frank logo? Move Frank logo over there. So my very first stream doing this, I got 200 and... Why does it not want to highlight? Okay, we're just gonna... We're gonna... There we go. Bottom right corner. I got 238 views, right? But what... Oh, that's right. It's because my Chrome does Chrome things. Jeez. Okay. I'll get this right for y'all. Don't worry. Let me minimize that there. I got 238 views, and I got 18 likes and 1 dislike. That was the very first one I did. But if you notice, I went up to 830, 466, to 633. And, the likes went up on the second one. But if I keep going up, 633, 635... 144, but that was a shorter stream. You notice it wasn't the 12-hour length. It was only 5 hours and 11 minutes. 333, 659, 1,011 on the 3rd of February. That was the first Tuesday of the month. So the first Tuesday of the month. Let's go back one. The 26th of January. The 26th and the 27th, I No, that's 25th into 26th. I got a combined total because this was technically the same stream twice. I got 779 views. You know, but pay attention here. The 3rd of February, and then this past week, which was the 10th of February, I got 989 views. And then last night so far, 504 views. I don't know what I'm doing, guys, but this is making me happy in all honesty. It's definitely definitely something that I'm doing something right. I don't know what it is, but I'm doing something right. And Dawn, as far as you're concerned, yes, you have a radio that you can just listen to it, but do you have a radio in the northern San Francisco Bay Area? Not an online SDR, like KPH or Half Moon Bay, KFS or anything like that does HF only. Do you have a radio in the San Francisco Bay Area that will pipe out VHF and then All Star connected to Jason's Hub overnight, and then the coffee break net on the W6EK machine in the morning, and scan through HF overnight? Because that's what that's what I have going on. There you go, Tim. Makes it nice and easy for you. Yeah, so yeah, you may have a radio there that you can just listen to, but I scanned through. If we go back over to my thing here, actually I'll pull the bigger one. I'm scanning through 18 different frequencies. I'm connected to Jason's Hub the rest of the time as well. So while those 18 frequencies are scanning, which includes simplex, SSB calling, and D-Star simplex, by the way, I'm also listening to Jason's Hub, except the coffee break net in the morning from 7:30 to 10 local time, and then the VVR Club net Tuesdays from 8 p.m. to 8:45 local time. But I am also listening to Toad's digital as well. Now, why that doesn't want to show the why is that wanting to show that thing? Yeah, that's on. That should be showing. But yeah. Anyway, there we go. There it is. So, the views don't lie, and the fact that it stays. So one other thing here, let's go back to the what was that, the 3rd of February. I'm gonna get this set up before showing it to you guys. And yeah, it's not. All right, let me plus this up. And then switch over here. So yeah, well, it's not, HRCC, Ham Radio 2.0, etc., type of viewership for a channel my size. I had 15 peak viewers an hour and 23 minutes into my live stream. We're talking after midnight Central Time. 15 people are actively watching, and once the stream got started, let's see, I hit 5 viewers within the first 26 minutes, and then at 44 minutes in, I hit 6 viewers, and I didn't see below 6 until 5 hours in on an overnight live stream. I'm just amazed. I'm not I'm not, let me be clear. I'm not boasting. I'm not trying to go, hey, yay, look at this. I'm just going, this is amazing. I am happy for this. But how is this happening on an overnight live stream? And Jody, you might have the answer there. At that time of day, maybe they were trying to cure insomnia. You know, listening to an overnight live stream of mostly dead 2 meter traffic. You know, you get the repeater ID every 10 minutes if you're lucky, and then occasional all star stuff. But yeah, maybe. By the way, Jody, if you're able to, if you are able to, and you can, hop in my Discord's voice chat, because we were talking about train stuff earlier and tracking trains, and Brian tried to help me here with the pronunciation, but I am still confused. Is it via or via for the railroad up there? I've always called it via, but if you can, I want you to hop in the voice chat. Yeah, in the voice chat, and give me the. See, that's what Brian said too. That is exactly what Brian said too. And I see that as via, not via. So, yeah, if you can. Dawn, I'll be honest with you. Except for Sonoma Marin Area Rail Transit, and if you catch that acronym, it spells SMART, we don't have railroad traffic where I live. I can hear the Union Pacific dispatcher, because the tower for UP, well, one of them is up on Mount Vaca, which is where N6ICW, W6AEX, W6VVR, that's three of the repeaters I get into all the time. That's where they are. So I can hear the UP dispatcher to a degree, but SMART, they only run from 4 a.m. to like 10 p.m. And that's just barely on either side of my live streaming time. So I really don't have, and I don't have the commercial radio audio chain into the mixer yet. That was one thing I was thinking of doing. There are plenty of things on Broadcast.ly that you can listen to PD and Fire with, but I'd rather not do the PD and Fire route because that's just overdone. But yeah, no, I definitely do the rail stuff for sure. That's there. About to be frank. Yeah, funny, Don. Don't quit your day job. You're an HF guy, and I might be getting Europeans at work. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, you know, because it's 0208 UTC right now. And if I were to start that stream tonight, I would normally start it in about 2 hours, or an hour to 2 hours from now. So that's, you know, they're waking up to go to work unless they're Eastern European. So, yeah, that's definitely a thing. Yeah, much better if I lived near a rail yard, absolutely. But the problem with that, Dawn, is when I move from here, I'm moving even further from a rail yard. So, that's not going to work out too well either. And I have noticed, and I apologize about this, in the rebuilding of the Studio Shack, I put the camera where I thought it would best be suited, but I've noticed in order to see my chat screen now, I'm looking more over here and not at the camera, and I apologize for that. It is bugging me to no end. So I'm trying to focus more over here. Maybe I can move these two horizontals over here and put the vertical here. Oh, that's a behind the scenes thing. See, that's the problem, Dawn. Our trash guys, they're fancy. They're fancy. They're on that DMR Tier 3 system. And I'm good with DMR and stuff, but they're on a DMR Tier 3 system that has not encryption, but something else going on where you don't get the whole conversation. You just, it's not frequency hopping either. But, let's see, Colin, have I used Open Ham Clock yet? Colin, did you miss the Ham Radio Kits table 2 weeks ago? Yes, I have used it. I am loving it. I am absolutely loving it. Now, I did have it on my Pi that's sitting here on my desk, but for some reason, my Pi has decided to not be accessible. I don't know if it had a power issue, but it's sitting there where it literally just shut down and is booting back up. So I don't know what's going on with it. I'm going to have to figure that out. I should actually, for safety of the Pi, unplug the power. That way, power and HDMI, because the HDMI provides power to it as well. See, Don, you're lucky. You're lucky. I don't know about DFW, but I know there's a handful of places in Texas that have decided to encrypt. And they're just encrypting nationwide. They're just encrypting willy-nilly. There's a whole, and I mean a whole system here in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm working to pull it up right now. That even the garbage guys are encrypted. What about the garbage needs to be encrypted, folks? Can someone answer me that? Because literally, here we go. Let's see. Let me bring that tab down. And then, oh yeah, that's still going to show that, but okay. Let's see. Where is... Where is it? Oh, geez, now I can't even find it. Did they just remove it from the system page now? Yeah, okay, here we go. Here's one of them. Let me switch over here. Why does the water district need an encrypted channel? Y'all see this right here? So it's trunked and encrypted. That's the TE there in the mode channel. Why does the water district need an encrypted channel? And oh wait. The power district has no encryption? Like, I'm sorry, but what? I'm sorry. That's just... Let me put it this way. I'm sitting here going... What? I'm literally doing that. So, yeah. All right, Don, have fun. Enjoy the HF net. Yeah, Jody, I don't think so. Well, maybe because our garbage truck drivers are usually solo. So, yeah, not that crazy though, Dawn, if you're still listening. Not that crazy. Let's hear Public Works, transit groups. See, that's the problem, Cyber Jason, is even the transit is encrypted. Let me go back and Yeah, even the transit is encrypted. It's nuts. Yeah, it's a little too late here in this state, Dawn, if you're still listening. Just too late at all. So, Troy, what they do now is they use the mobile data terminals, aka computers, as we or iPads as we know them now. They use those for gate codes and that sort of stuff for the most part. And that's the safe way to do it, you know. And if not, if you can't do it that way, okay, yes, I agree. There should be at least one encrypted channel for sensitive information like that. Other than that, there's no reason for that sort of stuff to be encrypted. John, you knew you just knew where I was going before I brought it up. You knew. You knew. Yep, he's bringing up South Bay. Yeah. Yeah, Brian, some bean counter did. Absolutely. Some bean counter did. Absolutely. Oh, and there goes my timer. So, do do do. Oh, hey, look at that, Colin. Open ham clock on screen. Okay, there we go. Yeah, ham clock. Clock ham. There we go. Let's hear. So far in your state, only police and ambulance are encrypted on the GRN. Yeah, I know, GRN, I get it. But our fire services, state emergency services, and marine rescue groups will all be going encrypted. See, Colin, see, this is the thing. So this is more in America. More United States. Did I just say United Stinks? Chat? Did I just Okay, let me try this again. This is more a United States thing than anything. If you have nothing to hide, there's nothing to encrypt. If you're not doing anything wrong, there's nothing to encrypt. So why encrypt unless you're trying to hide something? Yes, I am of that mind. Now, granted, yes, I firmly say that there should be a channel for PD and a channel for fire, and of course, ambulance service, whatever, that is encrypted for PII or sensitive info. Absolutely. Absolutely. That should be a thing. But everyday dispatches and that sort of stuff, your transit authority, your garbage people, your water district, your power authority, there is no reason for them to be encrypted. None. None whatsoever. Hollywood. Yeah, no, I got rid of the fail on that one. Absolutely. There's about a 3 second delay between what I say and what you hear. 3 seconds, folks. That's all it is. And I have narrowed that down because if I go in, I'm going to do this live for y'all. If I go in once it decides to load, yeah, maybe. All right. And then I am going to add in. Oh, yeah, no, it is there. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that big. I'm going to put this over on this half of the screen if I can. Almost had it, Frank. There we go. And then I'm going to pull this up here. And I am going to Inception everybody. But, actually, no, I have a better way to do this. I don't need to Inception anyone. No, I do, sort of. No, I don't. Here we go. Yeah, we're gonna do it this way. So on this screen, if I add in my time scene, let's see, where's time? There's time. And I make this big, you will notice that there is only 3, maybe 4 second delay between what you see in OBS on my back end here and what you see on screen. That is how, actually I'm not live, so let me fix that. So yeah, there's only a 3 second delay between the two. That is how quickly my stream is going out to y'all. So yeah, 7 second delay, never heard of her. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see here. Jody has a counterpoint here. He's helped red team some utilities and public sector services. Any information you give a potential adversary in clear is information they didn't have. Sad. Okay, so Jody, that's where I'm saying there should be an encrypted channel for PII stuff. Personally identifiable information, PII, or sensitive info. That is where encryption should be and should be okay. But just every other channel and whatnot, yeah, no way. No. Troy, I did. The scary thing about that, so Troy, you know where I live. Well, everybody knows where I live, but you know where I live. So, if you came in from McDonald's, that last right turn before you got to the stop sign where you zigzagged up to my street, that very last right turn across from the Vine Center Senior Living, that was the street where one of the buses was on. Yeah, it was that close. But then, Colin, how could they misreport things? I mean, they got to have a way to misreport things and make the media look better for worse, right? And no offense to anybody that's in media or was in media that's in here, but Hollywood, you know how the media can be sometimes. Okay, fair. I can see that, Jody. But at the same time, there's something called mutual aid where, say all of Station 49, which is the CAL FIRE station right down the street from me, say all of Station 49 gets dispatched for some wildland fire, right? We still have the Volunteer Fire Protection District here in town that's part of CDF, but is not the CDF station. And then we have resources from Healdsburg and Kaiserville that we can pull from if needed. So just because one station perhaps gets dispatched doesn't mean that's all the resources in the area. So, devil's devil advocate. Maybe I am, Jody. Maybe I am. Maybe that, I've always been taught to be nice and be kind and be accepting and understanding and da 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 da. But I have my tough side too. But you don't want to see Frank when he's angry. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, the red team always wins if you play dirty enough. I'll just leave it at that. You play dirty enough, sure, it's gonna win. By the way, Hollywood, since you're still in here, are any of these sounds too soft? Any of those three sounds I just played, are they too soft at all? Please tell me so I can adjust them. No audio on the SF? None? Oh, well, let me just fix that real quick then. We're just going to do this live. See, they sounded way too loud for me. That's why I'm like, I need to turn this down. So this is 25% for this. And it claims that it's going out over stream. So if it's not, I'll have to fix that. Yeah, that's 25% right there. So red team always plays dirty. It's in the rule book. Okay, so it's in the rule book. Got it. See, Jason has it. There are other ways to figure it out. Where the resources are and whatnot. Let's see. Down in VK, all the country fire, not county fire, country fire service in rural areas are all volunteers, but do get supplied new trucks, 4x4s, and necessary equipment by the government. A lot better than what some other state. At least your government supplies the equipment, Colin. We have to beg and plead hours for the equipment. And then they give us like 2% of the budget. Okay, so that audio came across. So what I'm hearing is I have to up the audio source on all of these, like this one. And then this one. Right, Mark? Right? I mean, okay, Mark, and Jody's gonna laugh at this one. I think Brian's gonna laugh. Brian, I don't know about you sometimes. You're good, but I don't know sometimes. Jody, however, Jody can take everything. Mark, there's a reason why the Geneva Convention is 90% Canadian. Kids cheering was a little spicy. Okay. So I guess I'll back that one down a little bit then. There we go. I'll just put everything to about 15% then. And I should be good there. Because what it is I have a secondary way of doing sound sources now. And so that's why I was asking about it. Because in my in-ears, what I hear is like 10% louder than what I was giving you guys. And that's why I'm like, yeah, it sounds way too loud. Okay, I think I fixed most of them. No, I didn't put black tape over the VU meter again. So these sounds, Hollywood, aren't going through the mixer. That's a separate computer. These sounds. So what it is I've had this for a while. I just didn't realize it could do sounds. I have a Stream Deck. So this is actually one of the two that I have. So if I push this button here, you should have just heard the yay thing. So I'm trying to adjust this to get it right, now that I know it can do sound. Oh, is that all they did, Mark? Mark, that's like an everyday Canadian thing from what I understand. No sounds aside. Troy, don't worry. Troy, you know our area history. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do sirens. The closest I would get to that is. Oh no, there's one other one I would get, but I may not do that one tonight. I don't know. FBI, open up! Yeah. No, no, Jason, there are no restrictions on that. As long as I'm live, it's fair game. Live stream, fair game. Doesn't matter what time it is. 30 seconds, well, 30 seconds in, the intro's still playing, but 30 seconds in, an hour and 33 minutes in, it doesn't matter. Frank is in season, yeah. No, Wabbit season. That's what season it is. Speaking of Wabbit season, oh, of course it's going to be clear because green screen. Can anyone tell? I mean, obviously people can tell what it is, but can anyone tell what it is? It says it right there, and yet, yeah, maybe you can lift a fingerprint if you're good enough, but I doubt it, especially if I do that. If I do that, then you really can't. But yeah, green, green, green. I doubt anyone can figure out where I'm at, too. Yeah, Jason, exactly. Hit him when he doesn't expect it. Absolutely. Let's see. There we go. There's that. And so you're still looking at the stubbiest stubby even George Costanza would be proud of. Absolutely, Jody. Let me put it this way. So, this is coming off of the radio, right? Yeah, okay. Let me actually go grab one more just for reference here. I'll grab two more. make this universal enough here. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we're good there. Y'all cannot tell which two antennas these are, but they came off of dual band radios. And no, I don't have my overhead camera, so I can't do it that way. But look at that little tiny thing. Look at that. Compared to, I mean, look at that. That is absolutely ridiculously small. And actually, I don't even have it lined up properly. There we go. Now it's lined up properly. Look at that tiny little thing. What, this? Pointer nub from an old laptop? I did almost, Jody. I mean, there we go. I mean, look at that. But, you know, to be honest, it is only on one of the TalkPod type radios. Now, I say type radios for a reason. If you know, you know. But, you know, even compared to the Baofeng Mini antenna, really? That is tiny. I mean, all right, we're gonna do this again. Let's see, where's that? Here it is. Pull that out for size comparison as well. We're just gonna hold, please. There we go. Things are falling all over the place. That's what's happening here. We're just going to do a quick size comparison here. You ready for this one? All right, let me see if I can do this. That's the antenna, all right? Yeah? That's the antenna. That's a AA battery. Yeah, I know it's green screen. Let me fix that real quick, just so y'all can really see this here. Let's go here. There we go. Green screen off. You get the... Hey, look, I didn't actually have a nice big blue sky behind me. Imagine that, folks. Imagine that. So, literally, the battery can hide... The AA battery in my hand can hide the antenna in all directions. Like, talk about a tiny antenna. So, I compared it to the battery. So, I'm going to turn this on. Oh, it's actually trying. I can actually use it as a pointer thing. Y'all seeing that? Okay, here. Let's see if I can do this backwards. All right, let me actually turn that off and back on. Mike, I don't know if I have a banana in the house, let alone in the shack. Oh great, I'm stuck on low input. Really? Alright, there we go. Signal channel. Oh, that's what it was. Mode, SpecAn. So if I tap that. I'm not even tapping the right part of the screen. I'm literally... It literally works... Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. So if I hit back, let's go frequency, start, 100. See, I typed in 100 megahertz, and it goes to that. That is absolutely nuts. So it's literally that big on the screen. And we all have one of these RTL SDR dongles, right? Right? Yeah. Look at the size of that. So I have the base of the antenna here is at the bottom here. Look at the size of that. It's amazing. So there you go. It might, so yeah, maybe it is a pointer nub from an old laptop if I can use it on the Tiny SA Jody. So the ball on the end makes it look like a Motorola antenna. So I don't give it away. Which antenna? The higher one or the lower one, Colin? This one? This one you think is Motorola? Or this one? The higher or the lower? The one closer to the camera? Yeah? The higher one. You would be wrong. So, this is the higher one, this is the lower one. Watch what happens when I do this. Moto VHF 7800 GPS. The higher one? Baofeng UV32 antenna. You know, the Motorola Apex lookalike radio? Yeah. You wonder if that radio even uses cell frequencies less than 1 gig or if it's just 1.9 and above. Well, if we look at... Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about this part. If we look at the backside, Jody, yes, I know green screen's on. I don't want to have to worry about turning it on and off. There's 2 SIM card slots, or SIM card and SD slot. Come on, focus. There we go. So, yeah, let's see. I've played with this radio, so have a few others, but I'll just give something away here real quick. There's 2 of them. Well, at least for Frank there is. Oh, yeah, I guess I should put that back before I forget. So, yeah, I don't know what cell frequencies they'd be using, Jody. That's a good question. You know, maybe the FCC ID tells us. Let's see if the FCC ID website even is working right now. Let's see. FCC ID search. Mark, it is not cold and you know it. It is nice and warm here for once. Well, at least up here it is. Right, Jake? Right? You versus the guy she told you not to worry about. Yep, absolutely. Oh, wait, I have that backwards. Yeah, no, I can't, Mike, of course you can understand. Okay. Baofeng Mini antenna. There, because the Baofeng Mini is the hot new thing, and we all know we measure things in Baofengs. It's, what, half a mini in size? Here, I want this one. I want this TalkPod's antenna. Actually, no. Since I have both antennas here, I'll just have to remember which one's which. Which is which. So the two TalkPod antennas are exactly the size of one Baofeng Mini. Because my pinky is flush against the bottom of the radio and the bottom of the antenna, and they're held together right there. So the two antennas together are the size of one Baofeng Mini. Let me loosely get these back on their respective radios. So that is quite. How does the SDR compare to the Banana? The SDR works a lot better. Oh, look at that. FCCID.io has a host error. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. The time is super big. Choop. Put that back up over here. Yeah, FCCID has an error. Womp womp. Oh, I guess I'm not checking the FCC ID tonight. Yeah, it's similar looking to the XTS 2500 antenna, because that's how most of the Motorola antennas are, Colin. Yeah. So, the Motorola, this one, I put it up against... Motorola's a little taller, but it's 7800, VHF 7800 and GPS. You know, but also Baofeng. So 850, 900, 1800, and 1900. Okay, so there you go. There you have it. Yeah, the TalkPod antenna is a tiny little thing, but apparently that's all it needs. Hey, if it rocks the boat, who's gonna worry about it, right? So I don't need that open anymore. I just realized it's only 47 past, so we're an hour and 48 minutes in now almost, and I can go longer if y'all want me to, because Rob isn't going live tonight in 20 minutes or 15 minutes. So I can go a little longer if y'all want. You know, fire those questions off at me. Let's have some fun. Yeah, I don't have my Studio Shack on the workshop side all put back together yet. Let's see. Not like it would matter because it's green on green. Actually, no, you guys don't get to see that. You can still hear me, you just don't get to see it. I just measured it on the measure cut workshop mat that's on the chair behind me here. 2 inches. I figured it was about 2 inches, but you know, just be safe. And actually, no, hold on. Just because somebody's gonna go, show us, Frank. As stuff falls all over the place. Alright, let's see here. Main. Oh good, this doesn't green screen out too bad. I thought it might. I'll put this up here. Let's see. Oh, come on. So, remember folks, on this mat, 1 square is an inch. So, I am firmly set at 10, and it firmly ends at 12. It's literally 2 inches of antenna. Absolutely amazing. Is that going to behave there? Yeah. Stay. Stay. Yes, I treat things like my pets. I tell things to stay. Who else here tells things to stay? I'm sure all of us do. I'm not the only one. Jake let Mark off the hook? Really? No, Jake was just quicker at the key typing than Mark. That's all that was, Jody. Jody, Jody, I am sorry. What? Oh, jeez. Well, if you figure the standard AA battery is 2 inches, and this exactly lined up with a AA battery, 1 and 1 equals 2, right? Right? Yeah? Hollywood, yeah, exactly. So, no, no, no. Hollywood, here's the cheat trick to it. You buy the chocolate back in January, right? Right? Okay, you're following so far? You buy a little thing of chocolate in January, and then you wait until Sunday and buy all the rest of the chocolate for 75% off. That way you get a little bit for the day of at a very cheap price back in January before the prices go whoop. And then when they go whoop, you buy all the rest of it. Geneva Convention violation incoming. Jody, I don't even want to know. At least use some D cells. Mark, I don't even have D. I don't know if I have anything that takes D cells. No, wait, hold on. The realistic CB handy talkie that I have downstairs in the Frank Radio Museum, as it's apparently been named, does take 4 D cells or 8 D cells. I don't remember. So it takes D cells, but I don't actually have any D cells here in the house. I have. I know I'm gonna get it for this one. I have triple A's. Yeah, triple A's, double A's. Let's see here. Triple A, double A, and oh come on. Oh, it's so tight in there. 9 volt. That's what I have on hand, ready to go. And they're all rechargeables too. No, see, Hollywood, that's the thing. I have my. Oh, okay. It's the family garden, but I have roses in the garden. So I can just go pick them fresh if I want to. Forget going to the store for those. I can just pick them fresh from the garden. uh, a girthy unit of measurement. What, the AAA? Mark, really? The AAA? Okay, what would be a great sketch, Hollywood? Because I just went through like 4 different things in the matter of the last minute and a half here. I just want to, yeah, let's see. Roses are red, roses are blue, depending on their relative velocity to you. Your ladies melts at that or melt down. It's hard to tell. I think they melt down, Jody. Honestly, I think they melt down. Oh yeah, that's right, Mark. I forgot. You're a fan of the Diet Dr. Pepper. Okay. So Mark, I'll have to find a clip and send it to you. But let me separate these two views. Move this to a new window. And then we're not going to use this window. So let's turn that off, but let's turn this on. Oh, come on, really? I don't have that on? How do I not have that on? Okay, let's turn this on then. There we go. So, the gal in the middle there with the rose in her mouth and the oven mitts on, that's Bells. Okay, really? Why is this going so slow? Hold on. Let me fix the properties on this. Okay, so that's Mar. Apparently they're doing a Galentine's Day special thing. But the one with the rose in her mouth and the oven mitts on, that's Bells. And she was playing a video game, because they all play games, because it's GPTV, girls play. Um, and she was going on a rant about Dr. Pepper. She was going on a rant about Dr. Pepper, and she called it something else. The doctor and the P were in there. Oh, there's Sydney now. But the doctor and the P were in there. The last part wasn't Epper, if you catch my drift. So, yeah, quite the interesting time. I'll see if I. Oh, now they go back to the three of them. So yeah, the one in the middle there that's looking down now, holding something with the oven mitt. Yeah, they're doing a Galentine's Day easy bake sale thing. So that's what that is. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find that clip from one of their live streams, because they have, they do clips, and they, like our shorts. I'll have to see if I can find that. That's there. Even if there was no gravity, I'd still fall for you. Mark, I'm gonna have to use that one tonight and see if it works. We'll see what happens. Home Shopping Network Hollywood? Am I getting that right? Home Shopping Network? No, so GPTV, I've talked about them. I interact with them as my Frank's Rails photography channel. Not so much my ham radio Twitch, but my Frank's Rails photography. And they're a cool group of people, humans. And so, for trigger warning, for those that don't like pronouns for whatever reason, there's the door over there. Okay? There, trigger warning out of the way. GPTV, while it is Girls Play TV. Yes, I know, Colin. I know. I already know where you're going. GPTV, while it is Girls Play TV, or Get Pwned, or Watch Girls Play on YouTube, they are a group of female and non-binary folk. So, they're not necessarily all female they are all, what is the proper I can see the acronym in my head. Assigned female at birth, AFAB. But that doesn't mean that they are currently female. So there you have it. But they are a great group of content creators. I love watching their stuff. There's a whole GPTV channel in my Discord server just for the stuff that they post. So Joshua, okay, yeah, okay. Assigned female at birth, AFAB, and then there's AMAB, assigned male at birth. Those are the proper acronyms for pronoun non-binary people. So that's and that there are. So what's interesting about it? I'll switch back over here, because right now, Nikki, the one they just sort of zoomed in on, Nikki, the short one there that's playing with her hair. Sometimes it's she, her. Sometimes it's they, them. It all depends upon the situation. Mar, who you saw earlier as they were rotating through people, Mar is they them 24/7. Actually, that was Mar under the table there. Why is Mar under the table? I have no idea. I don't have the audio up, but Mar's right there under the table. I love it. So, there you go. Josh, I don't know what to tell you, my man. I respect everybody. Let your freak flag fly. You know, if that's what you like, that's what you like. If not, that's fine too. But yeah, I fully support them. I love their work. They make me laugh. You want to know what makes Frank laugh? GPTV. That's what makes Frank laugh. Oh, please tell me that did not just come over my audio stream. That was interesting. Let's see here. I don't know what Bob Dole would identify as, Mark. That's a good question. Yeah, I'm so Hollywood. I know I talked to you about this, but I'm still having the issue where, and I put a choke on things. You know, I put a choke on a couple cables here, but I'm still having that issue where the FT8900 that's 3 feet that way is interfering with the 9700, which is 6 feet that way. So I'm still having issues with that. Do I ever go to the ham thing? Which ham thing, Josh? Hamcation, Hamvention, Huntsville Ham Fest, Pacificon, Quartz Fest, CPAC, Frudenhaven. Which ham thing? Hollywood, don't tell me you guys are hearing that over stream. Or are you playing with me? Are you playing in the whole Mark likes to play with me throughout the stream thing? Or Swap Meets IRL. Yeah, I try to attend some local stuff as long as I have the time off and work home life balance lets me do it. Absolutely. Yeah, Jason. Yeah, you're funny. You're funny, Jason. You are so funny. The QR code sent you where again? It sent you where again? It sent you where? But yeah, lots of fun there. And okay. So now, Jason, now I know you're playing with me, because I'm having. Oh, great, Mark, Jody. This is all your fault. This is all your fault, Mark, Jody. This is actually no. Hold on. I have to turn off my. No, I don't. I can screen share this. Door. That's right. Let's see. Our screen capture. Start screen. Start broadcast. We're gonna come back over here for a second. Turn them off. Turn. Oh, no, wait. Too soon to turn that on. Turn that off, Frank. There we go. Go back in here. Jody, Mark, this is your fault. Your fault. Your fault right here. Mitch, WU1Q, who surprisingly is not in chat right now for whatever reason, is sending me control panel back in live stream stuff now. Look at this timestamp. Look at this timestamp. Right here. This timestamp right here. 30 minutes into my live stream, he sent this to me. This. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, there we go. Hold on. So that's Mar. They them. That's Mar. And while I'm at it, I need to collect my points. There we go. So that's Mar. They are absolute cutie. What did we do? Everything, Jody. Okay, you couldn't see it, really? Okay. I'm oh, wrong one. Let's come back over here, turn off that capture, turn on this capture. I'm gonna... Oh, yeah, I guess you guys shouldn't see me doing that. I'm glad I realized before. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's see here. Paste, send, come over to this screen. Let's see, is that this monitor? Nope, not that monitor. That monitor. There we go. Let me come into my backend messages and open this. This is literally what Mitch just sent me. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know how y'all got to him. I have no... I'm dropping this in chat for you. There you go. But yeah, y'all got to him somehow and got him sending me stuff now. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, Hollywood instigators, exactly. Jody and Mark are the instigators here. The audio mixing. What audio mixing issues, Jason? I have all the audio mixing issues worked out except for one item, and I'm waiting for Amazon to send me a fix to that. I need a female to female adapter. And then my HF radio can be put in line. Never mind the fact that my HF radio can't hear anything. Like, I'll bring this in for y'all. Ooh, I smell pasta. All right, so here's my HF radio. This is the FT710. If I switch over to FT8, you notice I don't have any preamp turned on. I'm in no preamp turned on, right? I will... That should be loud enough for y'all. Loud enough for me. There's nothing on FT... Nothing on FT8 on 15. Nothing on 20. Barely something on 40. Barely. And this is all because my neighbor... One sec. So, it's been a while since this has happened, but before I get to that, I'm going to do this. So, my neighbor that's right outside the studio shack here. So, Troy, you've been here. The house that butts up to mine. Something on the side yard, Troy. Something on the studio shack side here has such an RFI overload for the coax and the front end of the HF radio that I get nothing. Like that 40-meter FT8, that's the strongest I've heard FT8 on any band in the longest time. So, yeah, Jody. Jason really is tonight. Absolutely. Josh, yeah, that's because I've been I go down to the local park, not a photo park, but a park. I go down to the local park, I set up the vertical, and I play on FT8. That's the only way I'm able to do anything. So yeah, that is quite something. But Jody, I got something. This hasn't happened in a long time, and I'm using the Zoom cam for this one. Where's the camera? There's the camera. Dinner time. And no, that is not maple syrup. That is just. Wee, oh. Yeah, that's just syrup. Yeah, exactly, Jody. Exactly. Yeah. Uh, John, no. No pineapple. No. It's not that I have anything against pineapple. I love pineapple. It just doesn't go on foods. It's a compliment. It doesn't go on. It's a compliment, too. And no, Jason, it is tried and. There we go. Greasy. Tried and true. Nicely cooked. Come on, there we go. Tried and true, nicely cooked, very greasy bacon. Great, my Steam Deck's getting all greasy now. Here. Oh great. Now I have syrup on my mic cover. Great. So now I get to go wash that. And hopefully I do that before ants find it. Eggs, bacon, spam, spam, and spam. You know, Hollywood, the only thing missing here are the eggs and the spam. And I would much rather have eggs and spam. I mean, it's not great for my head, all things considered. But yeah, absolutely. Shrove Tuesday. You mean Fat Tuesday? Yeah, don't remind me, Jody. Jody, don't remind me. Hold on. We're going here. There we go. Jody, don't remind me. I am a Roman Catholic Italian. And no! Absolutely not. No, I do not participate. But yeah, let's see. See, it got syrup on it. It got syrup on it. Your exorcism recipe. Yeah, not gonna work here. Sorry, Jody. Now, I don't know if Prep Ham Paul's still in chat. Paul, sound off if you're still in chat. Maybe. Either way, I'll send this to him later. Let's see. 2 hours and 14 minutes in. Oh, that wasn't as crunchy as I thought it would be. Let's see. Maybe if I split it in half, let's see how. Yeah, still not as crunchy. Oh well. Yeah, it might be called that, Jason. Yeah, but Colin, what is it like? 3 in the afternoon, 3, 4 in the afternoon there now, something like that. Well, then again, there's never never a bad time for bacon. All right, Jody, have a good one. Catch you later. A movie? What movie? Jody, what movie? What movie? I want to know. 1:44. Okay, I was an hour or two later than I thought I was. I wonder what movie Jody's going to see. All right, are you guys seriously hearing the APRS in the audio feed? If you guys are hearing that, let me know, please. Because if that's happening, I need to. Okay, Colin says no. Okay, good. Only one of you have not seen my Let's Listen live streams? Not bad. Okay, I'm going to keep that poll going for a little bit. Oh, now you don't hear it. Okay, thanks, Hollywood. Because what it is I have. Oh, whoops, I didn't want to close that. Oh, well. So, with my Digipeater iGate that I have running here, let's hope I don't kill this. Let's see. Is it going to stay good? Is it going to stay good? Yeah, maybe. Maybe we're going to stay good, hopefully. Let's see. Connection in progress, waiting for image. There we go. So I have, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 items that go out to the internet gateway for APRS and out over the air. And they go out over both every 15 minutes. And the first one goes out 20 seconds in, and the last one goes out a minute and 20 seconds in. So on the hour, the 15, 30, 45, and then the hour, I have all 14 of these times 2, so IS and radio RF, I have those going out, and it is quite interesting. Let's see here. Crime 101, no idea what it's about. Okay. Well, have fun with that. Oh, round table. Yeah, okay. Round tables. Yeah. Troy, knowing the area, I do Mary's Pizza when they were around, or Domino's. I will occasionally do Papa's Pizza here in Cloverdale, but other than that, I don't do pizza. We've had this discussion on stream before. Not you and me, but we as a general. I'm not one for U.S. pizza. I'm not one for white man pizza, if you will. I'm Italian. I like my Italian pizza, which you guys know as focaccia. So, I'm, yeah. But if I have to, it's Mary's, Domino's, or Papa's Pizza here in town. There's a couple other mom and pop shops like Mary's and Papa's throughout the state that I will go eat at. But other than that, yeah. Oh, Dawn's back. How was the HF net, Dawn? In case you missed it, I'll bring it up again. In case you missed it, that's the best I can hear on 40 meters. If I switch over to 20, there's nothing. Switch over to 15, nothing. So, yeah, I don't have HF here at the house. So, how was the HF net? No, so Don, what it is just outside the studio shack here. So literally, if I Actually, no, I know how I can do this. Hold on. We're going to come back over here. Over here. We're going to turn that off. Whoops. Whoa. How did that get across? I apologize for that, folks. I do not know how that got across. Oh, I know how I got. Any desk was open. That's how that happened. All right. Let me... Oh, that disconnected. Let me reconnect here. Start broadcast. So, I'm going to turn off... I'm going to turn off me, but you're still going to be able to hear me. And I'm going to turn on this. And if I peek out... Oh, I can't even peek out the window. It's so dark. Let's fix that. Turn my lighting down. See that house right there? Oh, almost got a view of my desk. Let me fix that. I fixed that by going behind the curtain. So, you see that satellite dish right there? Just over here, right about where my finger just showed up on the screen, there's a room there, okay? And that room has the offending RFI device in it. And this neighbor and I do not get along. So I am not able to do much more than go shortwave, I have the Sangean shortwave receiver, and with the antenna fully collapsed, I can sit there and go, yep, that's an S9 a noise, and over the fence, and that's about all I can do. That's how bad it is. So, Frank whispering, CQ softly. Mary's Pizza's too flaccid? Really? I didn't think it was that bad. Maybe it's changed. So get the microphone back in the right position there. Maybe it's changed since I was last there, Troy. When did the stream switch to Blair Witch Project? With kids in it, Troy? I mean, yeah, well, growers will be growers. Showers will be showers. But, yeah, I don't think it's a grow-up, because they have, like, 2 or 3 kids at this point. So, I don't think it's a grow-up. Yeah, these kids are, like, no older than maybe 8 or 9, Dawn. They're young kids. They're not old enough to... unless they grew up on it, they really aren't old enough to do so. Dawn, if you met the husband, yes, I'm calling the husband out. If you met the husband, he is el ducho numero uno. Okay, he is that bad. So, yeah, I don't think they're that cool. Now, might be my bias, but yeah. Oh, see, I don't do combo pizzas. That's just putting too much on a pizza there. I have my own custom pizza, Troy. That's why. Combo pizzas just they put too much on it, and then yeah. Okay, this camera angle is bugging me. Oh, now that's zoomed in. Let's see. Oh, wrong way. Oh, nope. That's worse. There we go. That's better. Oh, that is so much better. Okay. Now I don't feel so off. But that green screen went up a little bit. Jeez, like I can do anything right around here. I'm still here, folks. I'm just adjusting the green screen to. Let's see. Yeah, that's still. I'll have to fix that later. I'll block it. But then I'm off center again. Jeez. Anyway. Frank's having fun and Frank's going late because Frank can go late. Although I do have bacon and pancakes that I can eat. And yes, I will be eating on stream. I'm sorry if you don't like it. There's the door. But yeah, I don't know what's going on in that house, and it's been going on since last April, and I'm just yeah. Let's see here. What was the where is it? Who was NCS tonight? Was it Matt? Was NCS Matt tonight, Don? Oh, Sean, seeing you. I know you've been playing with Nightbot there. You also been helping play with Nightbot on my Let's Listen live streams, which hopefully have been fun. By the way, there's a poll up in chat for you as well. But I got something fixed finally, since apparently it hasn't been working. Let's see. Bang Weather Cloverdale. And Nightbot comes back right. Weather for Cloverdale. Clear temp 18 Fahrenheit. Oh, it must have chose the wrong Cloverdale, because it is not 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, whoops, I just did that wrong. Cloverdale CA. Let's see if that does it. Maybe it'll take the two commands back to back. Or it'll take Collins, one of the two. We'll see what happens. See, that's better. 51, wind 5 miles an hour, humidity 89%. 79 in Adelaide, sunny, 7 miles an hour, humidity 37%. And Mark, you must have missed it. Or you weren't paying attention as I spilled syrup all over my microphone earlier. Pancakes and, well, here's what's left of the bacon under the kniff. Yeah. So, 3 little pancakes. You want to know something? You want to know something, Mark? These are small pancakes, right? Small pancakes, right? At least they're bigger than the Baofeng antenna, or Baofeng, TalkPod antenna. Look at me getting my companies mixed up now. At least they're bigger than the antenna. Alderaan, yes. It's only 38 degrees there, absolutely. It's not in both metric and old-fashioned? What's old-fashioned, Colin? I'll have to switch it up into metric if I can. Let's see. Let me go into my Nightbot here. Oh, come on, stop being so slow for me. Nightbot. Weather. Oh, it is in freedom units. It's just not in metric. Mark, you're tapping out already? It is so early compared to the after chat, but have a great evening. Good to have you around, and we'll catch you later. I'll send you stats after, like I always do. Yeah, I know, but not everybody did so. So, let's see here. Is this gonna... Let's see if this will do it. Yeah, come on, go into dashboard. Oh, traveling ham, Kevin Mike's being funny. Subtract 30, divide by 2, and you get Celsius. Yeah, unfortunately, Mike, that's not how the script works for Nightbot. Because there's a very particular script that you have to use. Why is that making it... Seems like it's making it shorter. Okay. Call and try it now. Let's see if it works now. Oh, I use Nightbot for so much, though, Mike. You can play Cards Against Humanity, Cards Against Humanity POTA Edition, Stream Edition, Railroad Edition. See, now it's only showing it in Celsius. Because if I do weather Reno, Nevada... But no, Mike, in my Discord server, I know you're not on Discord a whole lot, but in my Discord server, in live chat, there's a pinned item, and it's a... Actually, I'll bring it up for you. I'll be nice. I'll bring it up for you and show it to you. Yeah, see, now it's just showing it all in Celsius. So I'll have to work that out, Colin. So, Mike, over in Discord, in live dash chat, you know, where all the chat goes to and comes from, if you come up here to pin messages and you click on the Nightbot command map, these are all the commands that can be used when my Nightbot is active. So you have the weather command, propagation, snacks. You can shout out a Twitch channel. Twitch only. SO is for Twitch only. Or you can lurk. You can use any one of the POTA combos, any one of the railroad combos, any of the Card Against Humanity combos. There's a whole bunch of stuff here that you can use. So, like, if I wanted to be sassy right now and type in bang help, it'll come back with installing extra confusion. Or if I wanted bang prop, it gives random radio / propagation commentary. So it comes back with bands wide open. So I like Nightbot for this. For this stuff. I don't like it for the restrictions. That's why I have all the restrictions off in my chat, if you notice. You don't get timed out for too many emojis or too many caps or anything like that. Or like Colin just used lurk, and so now he's just lurking in chat. So there you go, Mike. Now you used a black one, so, and you can mix and match. You can tell it black one and then white 3. So if you do bang POTA W3, you'll get your white card for it. Or if someone else wants to give a white card, they can do so. It's all there in my live chat in the pinned comments. nice and easy, and it's fun. I like to bring new and different things to my live stream. Hence the Nightbot commands, or, you know, my railroad segments. Big shout out actually to Mark for having that as an idea. That was, why don't you try this and see what happens? Or like my overnight live streams, that sort of stuff. Let's see. Let me see if this will fix it. I'm still working on the weather here, Colin. But yeah, so have fun with Nightbot in my live stream. That's half the fun of things, and I have a whole eclectic variety. I don't think did I no I didn't put it in that diagram, but there's a whole stream type command that I'm setting up for Cards Against Humanity as well. Okay, so Tim, that's a good question as a newer streamer. Who is Nightbot and what is he doing? Nightbot is Oh yeah, no problem, Tim. You're fine. So Nightbot is a robot, an AI bot type. It's not an A. It's not AI. It's a automatic command thing where you can. Here, I'll just bring it up. I'll just make this easy because sometimes it's a little harder to explain these things than it is to. Come on, there we go. All right, and then bring this up. So this is Nightbot, and when it's running, it gives you a lot of back-end stats that might be missed out by YouTube. So my top chatters, for example, if I zoom in here, this is today alone, I've had 1,241 messages. Now, granted, this is my second live stream today. I had the overnight live stream, which was midnight to 9 a.m. for us, and then this live stream now. So I've had just over 1,200 messages today. 116 commands have been used today. There have been 0 timeouts because I have timeouts disabled. My top chatters are myself, Restreambot, and then Technishon, Hollywood, and then Jody, ironically, and he's not even here anymore, has 73 messages today in my live stream stuff alone. There are commands, which you can do custom or default. I do custom. So you set up a bunch of commands, basically, and you use various things. So you're sort of seeing the back end stuff here for me. So if you used CAH Black, it will evaluate why can't I sleep at night, I never leave home without blank, Frank discovers blank, my POTA was ruined by blank, instead of coffee I use blank, so on and so forth, and there's 3 different black cards you can use, and then the white cards. Eval is basically randomization, and it will pick one of these responses. So just to show this in action, I'm going to use call black and call white. So if I do exclamation mark, which is bang, CAH black in chat, like I just did, it should come back with, there we go. It takes it a half minute or so, but it comes back, Nightbot comes back with new icon update ads. And then if I come down here, and just for fun, I will do white 2. So I've now put that in chat. We wait the 30 or so seconds for Nightbot to do its thing, and it comes back with a cat walking on the keyboard. So the new icon update adds a cat walking on the keyboard. So, and this is the whole Cards Against Humanity idea I haven't seen in use anywhere else. So I've set this up. I've gone through the stuff to set it up, and you can set the user level. So, like, only moderators can use the bang commands, which doesn't actually type it out pretty. That's why I created that diagram that I have in Discord. Or, there's the snarky help commands and whatnot. Lurk, picks the username that said it, is lurking in chat. So, like Colin earlier, he said bang lurk, and Nightbot came back with Colin VK is lurking in chat. That command is actually pretty popular over on Twitch. So I have a whole bunch of commands, but that's not all that Nightbot does. Nightbot also does giveaways. So if I were to do, John just used lurk. And now it says John is lurking in chat. Thank you, John, for doing that. So if this is not actually happening, but if I were to do a giveaway, I could select keyword, go next, everybody gets a chance at it, and then I select the keyword. Let's go, Frank is funny. Okay, I remove spammers, unique winners, so, every time it's a unique winner, so if you won once, you don't get to win again. Chat announcements turned on, show advanced settings. I can up your view luck model, viewer luck, regular luck, subscriber luck, etc. So if I wanted a higher chance for the mods to win, I'd give them a higher chance, etc., etc. Actually, John, yeah, you're right. Let's use Taco Kitty, even though it's not Taco Tuesday. We'll use Taco Kitty because that's just funny. If you know, you know. So we'll use Taco Kitty. I hit done, and now if everyone types in all one word Taco Kitty, and I'll do it as an example. If everyone types in Taco Kitty, exactly as I just did right here on screen, now granted it won't do it. It won't take my entry because I'm the host of the stream, but John or Tim or Colin or Mike, yeah, there we go. So Colin typed it in, John typed it in, Mike typed it in. So you see it starts to populate here, and then let's just say we've gone through the gambit of users and there's nobody else is typing it in. We hit choose a winner. Hey, look, Colin and VK won, and then it pops it up in chat. And Mike, nothing. I'm just showing this to show Tim, EOD Kaboom, what Nightbot can do. And then, since Colin won, if he types in, yay, awesome, or whatever, and Tim, that's funny, because I only have a 3-second delay on this right now. I have very short delay time. So, Colin, type something in chat real quick. It can just be slam across the keyboard and hit enter. All right, there we go. So he'll email his address to me. Cool. So I know that Colin saw it, and I know that he responded, and that I will get an email from him. And then if he doesn't respond, let's just say Colin doesn't respond for whatever reason, we re-roll winner. And hey, look, EOD Kaboom, you got it. So now it pops up with, and then it decided to say Technician won after that. So, yeah, Colin has won a new car. Absolutely. So that's how the giveaway section works. And then it shows, hey, we've checked off Sean is winning. We've checked off Tim is winning. We've checked off Colin is winning. And then there's the logs. So this shows logs for the last 7 days. And as you can see, I have at 25 logs per page, I have 65 pages. So this is literally what every chat replay for the last 7 days. So my last since last Friday with Frank. So if I go, if I were to go to, and up here in the URL bar, you can skip around by page. So if I go to page 17, wait for it to load. Oh, it didn't want to go all the way back for me. Oh well, but you get the idea. It shows your regular users that you can, and you customize this. This is the part that gets everybody in trouble. Mike, he will get a 1-year free subscription to my channel. How's that? I did qualify this with if we were actually doing this, this is how it's done. So I qualified it. It wasn't actually a giveaway. But continuing here, Tim, chat moderation. This is what gets people in trouble in the other YouTube chats. You'll see Nightbot has timed out so-and-so, or, somebody will mention that. So if I turn on excess of emotes, right? And let me limit the emotes to 2. Oh, I have to have at least 3. Okay. So if I put it as 3 emotes, Mike or Technician or Tim, not Colin, because Colin is a moderator, drop like 3 or more emotes in the chat. See, Colin, it's not going to time you out because you're a moderator. You're exempt from that. So any of the non-blue people in chat drop like 5, no, it has to be more than 3. Has to be more than 3, Tim. There you go. So now, oh, look at that. Mike didn't even get a chance to get his in there. So if I click on this, hold on. I have to switch screens here. Let me see if I'll do it this way. I'll pull over here. So this is the live chat. You notice EOD Kaboom, message deleted by Nightbot. EOD Kaboom, message deleted by Nightbot. Now, I clicked on this one for Traveling Ham, so it's going to show the emotes. But, yeah. And then if you click View Deleted Message, it will show what the message was that Nightbot deleted. So you have that option. You can do all caps as well. But you notice, and I'm going to turn this back off before I forget, you notice, Mike, excessive caps is disabled. Only moderators are allowed to drop links. Of course, I have the standard blacklist of words and phrases. Excessive symbols and repetition are disabled. So you could literally type XYZ radio sucks for, 10 messages, and if I turn this on and set it up, let's say it's, no, if you typed it, it must be 20. So it'll tell you what the limit is. And this is in seconds. So 600 seconds is 5 minutes. It's simped user level, so moderators are exempt. And of course, the channel owners, it's simped. So, and then you can custom set the message, or if you want, or leave blank for a random message. So right now, if someone were to type blank radio sucks 20 times in a row, that doesn't have a blue name, call in, John. So if Tim or Mike or Jason or Technician, if any of you typed, whichever radio you dislike the most, 20 times in a row, it'll time you out for 5 minutes. Now, I'm just going to turn that off because we don't let's see here we go, repetition off. So that's what catches most people in the other chats is the excessive caps and the excessive emotes. And a lot of them don't go in and turn this off under chat moderation. And then there's timers. So how often do my three things go out? So my socials command, my don't forget to like and subscribe, my Discord link, how many times those go out. Now I can always override that if I just go HRW Discord in chat. Nightbot should come back with a link to my Discord. See, there we go. It came back with the link to my Discord. And then there's more other stuff you can do, but that's the extent of Nightbot and how it works. So that Tim, that's what Nightbot is, and that's how it works. Clip 2 hours and 40 minutes to 2 hours and 51 minutes, and you have how to do Nightbot in 10 minutes with Frank. That's about how easy it is. So there you go. It's nice and easy, and there's so much more you can do with it. But that's the simple, basic, easy stuff about it. So if I were to come back over here and look at my bottommost, because you can hit the left right arrows here, the person who is least chatted is Joshua. So Josh is least chatted, Jake is least chatted, Jedi John is least chatted, and we already know the top 5. Let's see here. Actually, no, even the top 5 has changed. It's now myself, Restreambot, and we're probably always going to be the top 2, but Technishon is number 3, Hollywood's number 4, Cyber Jason's number 5, Jody's number 6 still at 73 messages. Colin and VK only has 58 messages. So, this is just over the last 7 days. LC only has 52. This Will's 4036 has 49 messages. So, lots and lots of details there. You want some serious lag from the stream? What happened, Sean? You hit pause or something? Let's see. You're back at the bus. What do you mean you're back at the bus? Oh, because you're at the. No, you're towards the top, John. Let's see. You sit at 28 messages in the last week. Little below mark at 45, but oh, I bet I know what it is. Nightbot didn't want me releasing all those secrets. That's what it must have been. Nightbot didn't want me releasing the secrets. That's probably what it is. Lagtastic. Oh, great. Well, Sean or Josh, I was looking up a couple names there. Josh, if you're experiencing lag too, you can always just go back and team replay, right? And yes, I'm still eating my dinner that's cold-ish now, but hey, that's okay. Yeah, click live, Josh. Oh, you haven't lagged. It's been great the whole time. Fantastic. Cool. Okay. Very cool. All right, let's see here. Yeah, hold on a second. I have to do something real quick here. I don't type fast or anything, right? Helping somebody out on the back end with something here. So, y'all got questions? I mean, this has been fantastic. Nearly 3 hours of live streaming. Tonight at least. Holy cow! Come on, bring on some questions. Railroad, ham, photography, fire them away. Life. Hmm. So, Tim, here's the great part about this. As long as you use a program that takes whatever, GoPro, Osmo, iPhone, Android, Sony, Canon, whatever, as long as it takes a video format, you should be good in editing no matter what. You can go back and forth. Because I use my iPhone for some stuff, and I use actually, this camera right now that I'm using right now, I'll use for videos. And I go back and forth between the two, and I just edit in DaVinci Resolve, and I just import the clips there, and I'm good. Mike, you use two cameras to edit, right? You use two cameras. You might be able to answer that a little better than I do. Well, I use basic. I use iPhone and a Sony ZV-10. So, am I going to do FT8 again tomorrow? I don't know, Josh. It's just whim of the do I want to play radio or not. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any. I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Honestly, I have a few things to get done around the house here, but other than that, yeah, I might go out. If you see me in your ham alert, I'm out. How's that? Okay, so here you go, Tim. Mike has a good answer for you because I don't have the Osmo or the GoPro. I got rid of GoPro a long time ago. Just don't use the Osmo feature that tracks you. It drives Mike crazy, and the naming functions are what gives him the most issue. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. I should go do a POTA tomorrow. Josh, if I had an extra 4 hours in the day, absolutely. I know what I'm doing here at the house tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to get even over to the hill local park here. If anything, I would get out to the city park and play at the city park because that's literally 60 seconds down the street. Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, very much so. Even though I'm at home for the 48, 72 hours, doesn't mean I just sit here and go, oh hey, let me watch this video. Oh hey, let me watch that video. Oh hey, let me do this. No, 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 no. I have like 13,000 other things I have to worry about. So yeah. See, there you go. Mike uses his GoPro and iPhone. So, there you go, Tim. That's the way to do it. Whoa. Sorry, somebody just dropped in a bunch of subs over on GPTV. So, everybody's going nuts in chat right now. And on stream. I don't sleep on the train. Freight trains, we don't sleep on. We get put up at motels at the end of our day. So, say I work Stockton to Barstow, which is sort of kind of doable within the 12 hours of service. We get put up at a motel in Stockton. Usually it's a nicer place because they sort of kind of want to treat us one. Yeah, anyway. Um, so we get put up in motels. It's called Away from Home Motel or a away from AFHM. I had to think about that. Too many acronyms these days, I'm telling you. So, we don't sleep on the train, Josh. All right, so which lens did you buy? Because I have the 16 to 50 on this. So right now I'm at 16, and if I do this, now I'm at 50 millimeters. I know, not a view everybody likes. But now I'm at 16. But I have a cheat code. I have the camera's too low right now. I have a zoom feature, so I can just button. Yeah. So, there you go. Let's see here. That's weird. I just heard the APRS beacon in my ears, in my in-ears. So, hopefully that's not getting out the stream. High five, Colin. Do to five. What is that? Oh, you heard the APRS beacon? Oh, maybe that was the in-ears to the monitor then. How loud was it? As I said, it's every 15 minutes, so in another 14 minutes it'll go off again. Ooh, that pancake is chewy. Mm. So, Josh, that's actually funny you say that. Yes, it looks like a stop sign, but if I were to embiggen the chat to epic proportions here, you'll notice it is a hand with a 5 in it inside a stop sign. And in OBS, all it says is : due to 5 : So in OBS, emojis don't always come across right. So that's the way it's done sometimes. No 5 shall pass. You shall not pass. Yeah. Okay. Time for water. But yeah, no 5s will pass. But the question is, what kind of 5s? 5 9s? 5 1s? 5 3s? 5 5s? Just 5s? You know, which 5s are we talking about? That's the question. Which 5s are we talking about? Okay, it was fast, so no worries. The SLP 1650. I think that might be what I have. I think. I don't remember which. That's the LP 1650. Let's see, is that what? Yeah, that sort of looks like what came with my ZVE10, Tim. You know, I wonder, can I take this off? Let's see. Can I take this off and not ruin things? Oh, where's the button? There's the button. This is going to be interesting. Let's see. Yeah, that's the one I have, Tim. See, I'd show it to you, except, well, that's all you guys see. Like, that's me waving my hand in front of the camera sensor. But, yeah, I have that one. It's good. It works. Let's see, can I get this back on the right way? There's the dot. Line the dot up with the dot. And then twist. And am I zoomed in? No! Yay! Okay. Oh, no nickels will pass. Okay, yeah, that works. One pixel. Yeah, 1 pixel. Yeah, sure. Oh, they're doing this. It's on their channel, so I'm good. I can share this. So, this is Mar. That's Willow. This is their Patreon trailer that they have. That's Willow. Let's see. More Willow. She's doing the cosplay this month. Hence the word cosplay. I don't know if they'll play the whole thing all over again, but we saw Mar first. This is Willow. They have a lot for Willow. I love it. Here comes... No, let me, yeah, this will be fine. That's Bells. That's the one that had the oven mitts on that I was telling Mark about the Dr. Pepper with earlier. And actually, let me just... We'll cut over here. If you guys want to go see the trailer, I can drop the link to GPTV. But, you know, this is a ham radio channel, so I just support them in as much way as I can. So, there they are live on Twitch. And if you happen to go over there and drop into chat, tell them Frank's Rails sent you, because they know me as Frank's Rails. Yeah, okay, so I use the ZVE10 for both streaming, because that's what I'm using right now, right there, hello. But I also use it out in the field, so I just take it off the mount and I take it in the field with whatever I do. Oh, no. Hey, trust me, it happens, Tim. I gotta I gotta get the bench cam video, the bench cam set back up, but the mount for it I have to put back into place, and it's a whole nightmare. No, I have not watched it yet. That is, I have heard mixed things about it. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to pay attention to time and everything else going on and how things are going with other things. Oh, hey. Oh, cool. Okay. So, for those that were here at the beginning of the stream, remember I mentioned that Vern6, What's Up with 6, is posting a video at midnight Central? Well, he literally just dropped, it was a half hour ago now, but he opened up the, he made the video public on YouTube, so I'm dropping the link in chat, and I'm going to open it up on my side just to give... Oh, he put it up early. Okay, so that video is... Let's see here we go. This video right here from What's Up with 6, that's Vern6, it is live, it says. So, go check it out. Give him a like, give him a sub if you haven't yet, and, yeah, okay, so he posted it 31 minutes ago. He said it was going to go live at midnight, so I guess maybe it's a little early for him. But hey, cool. So go check that out and have fun with, you know, leave a comment and whatnot. And Australia beating Canada at Olympics. Thought they had more snow than us. Colin, we learned this earlier. Not like we didn't already know it. We learned this earlier. Canadians don't play fair. You know, there's a whole reason why the Geneva Convention was written. And, well, just wait. You think you're beating them now. Just wait. Especially if Jody had anything to say with it. Say to it. Yeah, this one pancake is this one right here. I literally it is rock solid, whereas this one is less rock solid. That is, I'm gonna eat the rock solid one after the live stream. Hmm. You're telling me, Sean. Now, what are they easy baking now? Okay, so I can safely show this again. So that's from closest to me to furthest from me. Mar, Nikki, Sydney's looking in the easy bake oven. Maddie, Willow is the pink hair, and then Bells is all the way at the opposite end of the screen from me. And then Alicia's behind the scenes doing some work for them, because Alicia's part of the team slash, yeah, what's there? All right, just zooming in on Bells. That's Willow right next to her. They're trying something out of the Easy Bake Oven that just came out. So, there you go. A little fun for you this evening. Now, hold on. All right, I'm back. Bring on the questions. I think I'm only going to stick around for a little bit longer at this point. I'm not pulling an all nighter. I can't sleep wise. I cannot afford that. But bring on the questions. Let's have some fun and chat. I mean, we've been having lots of fun. Trust me. At least I have. I don't know about y'all, but I've been having lots of fun. But bring on the questions. Ham radio, railroad, photography, anything. Let's see. I can close that out. Oh, yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. My in-ears just died. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry, I had to respond to a bit of an important message. So, while I fix my in-ears for the very limited audio that I do have, see, the in-ears take two AA batteries, hence the AA batteries that are rechargeable, because always use rechargeable batteries. All right, there we go. That's better. Clip back there, and then put that back on my ear. Anyone find any STL files for the Baofeng UV5R mini cases? Are you talking these minis? All right, Colin 73. Good to have you hanging out today. Have a good one. We'll catch you. What, tomorrow for you? No, yeah, tomorrow for you and tomorrow for me. So, Sean, I don't. Yeah, Chuck might have some. That is true. Let's just, as Izzo would say, let me turn this off and turn this on. Let's go to the Google. Baofeng UV5R Mini 3D printed cases. Oh, I am on that screen. Okay. Yeah, I don't want the AI review. Let's look at printables. Now, I don't know exactly what you might be looking for, Sean. But, we'll accept all whatever. You want a whole case that protects it? Or, here, oh, these are just for the regular UV5. Let's go Baofeng Mini. Oh, there's a box, and, oh, that's not a mini. The T1 is small, but that's not a mini. So let's go back. Let's just take the 5 UV5 out of there. Oh, to replace a broken case. That is... Why did my Google go all light mode on me? Jeez. You know, that's a good question there, Sean. Yeah, let me... We'll do it live. It's still giving me the UV5R regular size. I love it. No, there's something off of the Owners Club, but that's for the regular UV5. I don't think anyone's done any minis yet. Oh, no, that's just a holder. Yeah, I don't think anyone's done any mini stuff really yet, Sean. That's, yeah, I'm not seeing anything there. Definitely something, you're on Discord, right, Sean? Reach out to Chuck, KK6USY, and see, what he has to say about it. Maybe he's, good enough in Slicer that he can slice something together for you. Feng Bros. Is that an actual thing, Tim? Wow, that... Jeez. Jeez. Okay. that is, that is something. Is there products, UV5R? Of course, they probably don't have the mini in here, right? Yeah, just the regular size stuff. That's something else. So, Sean, I don't know what Chuck's full opinion is on it, but I will say this. Generally speaking, uh, if someone's going to do a 3D print, they're probably going to want a little money for their time type thing, you know? So he's probably willing to print whatever or create and print whatever as long as he's compensated. But still, reach out to Chuck, talk to him, see what he has to say. You know, it's everybody else that has mixed feelings about the minis, especially. So, you know, your mileage may vary on it. But with that, I think I'm going to stick around for about 10 more minutes and then call it an evening because that'll be 3.5 hours I've been live. Jeez. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, he is a very avid 3D printer. Absolutely. And he's learned quite a bit in doing the slicing and dicing and whatnot and the creation of things. See, I don't have the tools to go down to the nanometer and go, okay, well, it's this wide by this deep by this tall. You know, I can do that in inches on my cutting board map, but I don't have the tools to get deep down like, oh, this button is 3 nanometers big by 5 nanometers wide type thing. You know, I'm not that good with that sort of stuff. You know, because I really don't do anything like that. See, Tim has a good point. Just buy a new one. I mean, they're what, like 34, $35 for two of them, something like that. Let's see here. We'll go over to Amazon and see what they have. Baofeng 5R Mini. Apparently, I have to scroll to find it, but okay. Oh, little more, but $37 for two of them. You know, for a 2 pack. That's not bad at all. Let's see. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, Amazon. Let me let's see. Let me scroll down a little more. Yeah, okay. Let's see if this one. Okay, so a little more expensive, $40 for a 2 pack, but it comes with 3 different types of antennas. It looks like. Let's see here. Do, 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 do. I love it. Two non-standard batteries required included. Two batteries, one programming cable, two headsets, two radios, two USB-C cables, and yeah, two 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 antennas in 3 different types. So a total of 6 different antennas. That is quite interesting. Okay, let's see here. Here. There you go. Use that link to get your Baofeng minis today. That's on Amazon. Right there. Yeah, that little link right there. Use that for your Baofeng minis today. And if you disassemble the busted one, you could make a sweet box for it, almost like Cade MRD's battery boxes, but smaller and more waterproof. Yeah, that's an idea, Tim. Now, okay, Tim, Tim. Can I can I call you Timmy? Does that work with your name at all? I mean, it's Tim. So, with this comment, you do know what I'm going to say next, right? With this comment, you want to pull apart a thing and do that yourself? Make a video. Make that video. I don't think there's many people, if any, that have done a true rip a Baofeng apart and turn it into mini battery box slash radio type setup. I don't think there's many people, if any, that have done that. So, yeah, if you do that, if you pull it apart, make a video. Yeah, Fing Foxbox, absolutely. But make it a video. That's what I'm saying. Make it a video. Have fun with it. Have fun with it, but make it a video. That's half the fun of half the fun. Let me. I actually want to move something here on my screen because it's driving me nuts. Let's see. We're gonna put that up there, and then we are going to tell the weather to shrink itself a little bit here. Yeah, you can see me doing this live with your host, Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank. There we go. Now the Discord icons light up just right, and Pop Chat's not in the way of them, and all the other fun stuff. There we go. Okay. See, there you go. Throw the Bionics controller in there. 3 amp hour LiPo 4 battery. 3 amp hour and 2 Baofeng, that'll last a month. That's how you do it, Tim. Absolutely. Right? Yeah, 3 amp hour, 2 Baofengs. Yeah, that'll last quite a while for sure. All right. Any last fun questions or ask me anything? Do you have Harbor Freight on the island? You could probably get it for dirt cheap at Harbor Freight, the Pelican box. Like that if you have a Harbor Freight or something like that, you could definitely get it for dirt cheap. No? Oh, jeez. So, custom order it is and pay an arm and a leg to get it on island. Got it. Just like everything else there, pretty much. Oh, so Tim, as I mentioned in our private chat, once you hit 1,000 subs, that's when you can redirect to whoever, whenever, however, that sort of stuff. But yeah, if you want to go live every week before me, go live. And if you have to go a little over, that's fine. Just coordinate with me. Just let me know, hey, I'm probably going to go like 5-10 minutes over. Cool, whatever. I'll just bump mine 5-10 minutes until you end. That is what coordination amongst the ham tubers is. And I have a whole Friday group that has Rob, Mike, and myself in it at this point that we just all coordinate for Friday. There's a couple other channels that do their own thing and whatnot, and that's perfectly fine. But I try not to, and I try to promote it to not step over anybody. But unfortunately, with Fridays being the open-ish day, there is some stepping on throughout the, every few weeks or whatever, but hey, it works out. So, yeah, just feel free to hit me up and, we can work things out, and absolutely. But with that, it's been almost 3.5 hours. I'm going to finish these pancakes and go to bed. So, let's see. You would go earlier and but it's Friday and people work. So, when you went live, it's 4 p.m. Pacific. So, if anything, it's the Pacific time people, unless they're retired or they work super early, that you wouldn't really have the audience of. Central time, Eastern time, Mountain time, you'd have those guys, no problem. Absolutely. So, and no, Sean, Freddie isn't the only one. We have a whole coordination Discord that we have. I'm allowed to say some stuff, but not a whole lot. We have a whole coordination Discord where we coordinate Tuesday night playlists, Wednesday night playlists, and Thursday night playlists. So we we all coordinate, and if we have a video for Tuesday, we have a video for Tuesday. If we have a video for Wednesday, we have a video for Wednesday, and the same for Thursday, and so on and so forth. But then there's the smaller. Oh, APRs is going off. I just heard it in my ear. There's the smaller groups for like Friday night where there's only like 3 of us that go live at any given time on a Friday. So now with Tim it's 4, but so we coordinate separately with that. So no, not just Freddie for Thursday night. Although Freddie is the biggest contributor to Thursday nights. Let me actually look here. Do we have anything for... Well, right now we're scheduling for Tuesday, and right now it's actually Freddie and Traveling Ham Mike for this coming Tuesday. We don't have anything Wednesday, and we haven't even talked about Thursday yet. So there is coordination, so it does get around. So, that was loud in my ears, so that may have come across stream. Okay, Tim. So, you and I can talk about that on the back end. Yeah, absolutely. That might be a thing, but Josh, because... So, he tried... Oh, so apparently that came over stream. Okay. He tried Fridays when he first started streaming, and it was... So he went to Saturdays, and he basically has that whole Saturday evening blocked off from... let's see here. Let me... Hold on. I'm trying to think in my head. Nope. I'm going to have to do it this way. So he has... Let's see here. So Josh has 11 a.m. Sunday onward for his live stream stuff. So like 11 a.m. to, it depends, 3 to 4 p.m. for you. So, there you go. Yeah, we can absolutely... I sent you the calendar. I know Rob's not on it, but it's sort of up to the Hamtuber himself to add them to the calendar if they have access to it. So I'll have to double check and see if Rob has access, and if not, tell him how to get it and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, just coordinate with me, and I can help you get the ball rolling, as they say. And we're doing pretty good here already. Anyway, with that, I'm 3.5 minutes over. So Sunday night, let's see, tomorrow is Josh, of course, Coffee and Ham Radios in the morning, as we said. Josh in the evening. Sunday, or no, wait, tomorrow we probably don't have Josh, because he's at Hamcation. So I know Chuck and Ape will be live with Coffee and Ham Radios tomorrow. I don't know what the rest of everybody else is doing Saturday and Sunday. I know Tio's going to do Nuggets on Monday, but Sunday night I'll have my Let's Listen to 2 Meter Live / All-Star live stream. I have that on Sundays, Tuesdays, and maybe Thursdays. I'll see how that works out. But until next week on Thursday, when I see you for the NorCal Swap, 73, and hold on, y'all. Nom nom.